Well, hey there, everybody. You know me as Jenny Watson, aka Jenny No Mercy, aka Spokane's favorite trans bitch. I'm just recording this little message to give a little explanation for this particular show. As the title says, this was called the Comics Under the Influence show, which is exactly what it sounds like. We were comics that were drunk. Obviously, we didn't start off drunk. We actually did a first set that was just us sober doing our set. Then, after we were done, we got as loaded as we possibly could in as short as amount of time, and we went back on stage and did another 5 minutes. This is my portion. I would say I had an amazing time that night, but something is making me not quite remember all of that night. I wonder why. Enjoy this 7 minutes of me being sober, and then I hope you enjoy the 5 minutes of me being drunk. Enjoy.
Jenny Watson! Before he say anything, I told him to say that. So don't get mad at him. How we doing tonight? That is what I like to hear. As Blade said, my name is Jenny Watson, aka the transgender Barbie. Yeah, it's honestly pretty cool. I come with my own bong and hormone accessories. I'm actually one of the few recalled Barbies. Yeah. I was just coming down the conveyor belt, guy picked me up and was like, shit, we made a kid. You can now find me at your local sex shops. Apparently Walmart didn't want me. But yes, so I've been out as transgender for the last few years. I'm still figuring some stuff out right now, so if my dress doesn't look exactly right, or my hair's messed up, or my makeup is a little iffy, just know I still am in the free trial of womanhood. I haven't gotten the premium version yet. Give it a few years. But by the way, I get asked the weirdest questions as a trans woman. One of the weirdest ones and the most common one is, hey, do you still have it? For those of you who didn't laugh, the it is my dick. And I'll be honest, I don't like referring to it as that. I don't. I like treating it like in belly button terms. I don't have a dick, I just have an outie vagina. Or if you prefer a different terminology, my pussy is an outside cat. It even purrs. But yeah, like I said, I've been out for a few years. Being trans in Spokane's not too bad. I mean, you are like spitting distance from Idaho, so it's like a healthy mix of like gay and bigot. But it's so much better than being trans in North Dakota, which is where I'm originally from. I did transition while living in North Dakota, because I want to live. I'm kidding. Well, kind of. But while living in North Dakota, I did do what any self-respecting person in the closet would do. I used Grindr like a lot. For those of you who don't know what Grindr is, first off, stop lying. Most of you guys are towards the front, I can see faces. But secondly, Grindr is an anonymous hookup app that's designed for the LGBT community. It's mainly targeted towards gay men. And my horny ass. Mainly because Tinder doesn't have an option for whatever the fuck's going on here. I like Grindr, but I do have a gripe. I have a gripe with the app. For an anonymous hookup app, it seems like a dumb move to use the same notification noise for every model of phone. Seriously, I've heard so many times it's become the gay mating call for me. I hear someone's phone go off, I'm expecting David Attenborough to just be narrating in the background. And here we have the majestic homosexual, searching for a mate in their natural habitat, be it for their lifetime or simply for the evening. I actually used to do the noise during my sets. I used to. I don't anymore. Mainly because if you're straight and you hear that noise out in the wild, you might accidentally out somebody. And I should know because this happened to me. Oh yeah, this is when I was still living in North Dakota. At the time, I was working at an escape room. Quick question, is anyone here familiar with escape rooms? Can I get like a, okay, copy. See, for those of you who didn't clap, what an escape room is I get to lock you in a room for an hour, legally. I do enjoy those rooms though. I've been to 58 different escape rooms. That is not a humble brag, that is a subtle cry for help. I do not have a life. But I did enjoy working at one. One day though, the manager had us all in the front room and was going over what to expect that day, what rooms were being ran, what groups were doing what, at what times. I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention. I smoked a joint in the parking lot. It's North Dakota, the only thing to do there is drugs. But as I'm sitting there, I hear my phone, I hear the gay mating call. So out of habit, I reach for my phone. Right as my coworker is reaching for his phone. Oh yeah, we learned a lot about each other that day. Especially after work. Oh my gosh. You know, the funny thing is, the escape room's not the weirdest job I've ever worked at. It's not. The weirdest job I've ever been at is actually my current one. I don't do comedy full-time yet, but I have this condition where I will die if I don't eat. So to make sure I can feed myself, I work at a part-time job at an adult boutique. If you don't know what that means I sell dildos to perverts. Which, by the way, not much better from my old job, which was selling phones to crackheads. Bit of a lateral move on that, not gonna lie. But I do enjoy working at this shop. When I say that I sell dildos to perverts, I want to make it clear, not every person that walks into my store is a pervert. But every pervert walks into my store. Seriously, we have a VIP list. Very important pervert. I actually found out why they hired me. As a trans woman, I can use like 80% of the products. Every store needs a good quality control test. Seriously, every Friday we get our shipment. I see the boxes, I walk back there, I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm not gonna walk for like an hour. All right, boss, grab the wooden block. I need something to bite on. Yeah, want to see me do a shot? All right. Honestly, I'm having a fun night. I cannot wait until the next half.
Where'd you go for Jenny Watson?
So I am realizing that I have made some very bad choices tonight. And to be honest, that is very typical for my life. I make a lot of bad choices, mainly when I'm on Grindr. Seriously, it is a danger to myself when I become horny. I wish that was a joke. There was no punchline to that. There was just truth. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. It was a Friday night, about 2 a.m., and I was doing what any responsible adult that had to work in the morning was doing. I was drinking and trying to get laid. Eventually, I did end up hooking up with somebody. I ended up connecting with a guy. He was about 2 miles away, and that wouldn't have been a problem if not for 2 things. 1, I was drunk and high at the time. And 2, I don't know how to drive when I'm sober. Yeah, here's a spoiler alert. I'm not a real adult. I don't know how to drive. I did find out a solution though. I did figure out how I was gonna get there. Was it gonna walk? No. Was it gonna drive? God, no. I'm gonna take a Lime scooter. I did too, I did. I got there in one piece, but I'm so glad a cop didn't see me. That would have been like the lamest DUI ever. Seriously, I'm imagining the cop just being like, "Hey, dispatch, I'm pulling over what appears to be a drunk trans prostitute singing Adele lyrics." And I'm just on the side of the road like, "Hello?" I don't know if any of you guys heard that, but someone in the front row just said, "Sounds like you were rolling in the deep." You're goddamn right. Bitch, I wasn't rolling, I was crawling. Just, we could have had it all. I did get it. I didn't do it. Hello. I'm gonna blame it on the microphone being transphobic. It's like, damn, the person holding me has tits and a dick. Gotta shut off. But I did get to the guy's house eventually. I did get to it. He was standing outside of the house when I got there. Now that should have been a red flag, but I don't make good choices. So we go inside, and the first thing this guy says to me, the first thing is, "Hey, listen, both my roommates are sleeping on the first floor, so we're gonna have to take this down to the basement." That's the right reaction. Everyone in here is like, "Get the fuck out of the house." Trust me, I love horror films, I love scary movies, and I know to get the hell out of the house. Because blonde sluts don't make it long in horror films. Not a good track record. But I don't make good choices. So we went downstairs, and the first thing I see on his wall, the first thing, biggest thing on his wall, is a Nazi flag. Oh yeah, I've been talking about red flags this whole night. That was literally the biggest red flag of all. So I got the fuck out of there real quick. I mean, I stayed for a drink. I don't want to be rude. Well, plus I had to come up with my escape plan. Like, what if he got violent? I'd be screwed. Mainly because I don't remember any religion saying something good was going to happen to me in the afterlife. And I don't think trans ghosts are a thing. No, it's not. You're not going to be walking through your house, feel a cold chill on your back, and suddenly hear, "Respect my pronouns." I will say, if they do exist, I feel like we should call them poltersexuals. And if I become a trans ghost, I feel like I'd be called the ghost of transgender present. I don't know who the ghost of transgender past is, but the ghost of transgender future is just me without my dick, so. Keep it going for your host. You guys have an amazing rest of your night.